Hey everybody, Ruth Fry here, and today's video is just going to be a quick few minutes about why I chose the brokerage that I chose when I started my real estate career. So as you might know, I am a realtor with Keller Williams Realty. My office has a main headquarters in Naperville, Illinois, and then it has like a satellite location in Plainfield, which is closer to where I live. So I tend to go there. That's where I'm out of. So Keller Williams, Plainfield, Illinois. When I decided to become a realtor, it was after I had had a career pretty much end, and I needed something that would allow me to be my own boss and make the amount of money that I wanted to make, and just I didn't have to be betrothed to a corporation or some sort of like shareholder investment group that determined whether or not I had quotas that were sustainable or not sustainable. I was basically burned out. So when I got my real estate license, the goal was to find a company that would allow me to do what I wanted to do and still be around for my family when they needed me. I've got kids, they have activities, I volunteer a lot in the community, so I needed just something flexible. I interviewed with several agencies. One agency is very popular now, and they basically, it's like you went into, I met with somebody that was with that agency, and they basically showed me the whole setup. And so you had like this internet room where you had your own like emoji or memoji guy, and you were like this, like, it was very bizarre. It was all online. And when I asked about the things that were important to me, he didn't really have a lot of answers for what was important to me. So the things that I wanted was not beholden to shareholders. I wanted to be able to make my own decisions on my career, do my own marketing, and not have to follow such set guidelines that I felt like my personality wouldn't show through in anything that I did for work. What I was told for this particular agency was that, you know, there wasn't a lot of support from other agents. There wasn't like a community feel. You're basically on your own to do your own thing, but they did have stockholders. So now that was his evaluation of where he works, which he loved working there. I talked to another agency, which was a smaller private agency that is more local to my area. And I was basically told that it was very like close knit, but they didn't work together very well. It wasn't like a community feel. Like they would support you, but they wouldn't necessarily help you unless they got something out of it. And not to say that that is an awful way to do business. That just wasn't the way that I wanted to do business. And then I interviewed at Keller Williams. And when I say interviewed, I went in and said, what's the deal? I had already been talked to previously by somebody in Keller Williams that had talked to me about, right before I got my license, about how hard real estate is and what you have to do to get business, and you know, you got to make sure you're tight, you're running it like a business and everything like that, and I appreciated that. So I went into Keller Williams and I saw, you know, they didn't have shareholders. You can run your marketing your own way. You can basically do what you need, but the thing was, if you needed help, you could reach out and anybody was going to help you, because the culture was such that if somebody succeeded, everybody else succeeded. And if somebody had an idea, then everybody else, you know, could use that idea and they could also grow. It's like kind of like everybody's not just in it for themselves. And that's what I was finding at a lot of brokerages that I interviewed with, and I didn't like that. The other thing, again, that I liked is that they have profit share. Now, profit share is different for a lot of companies in different way, but the way that it works basically at Keller Williams is that the owners get a set amount, you get profit off of whatever has been taken in by the office that month, right? Out of the profit that the owners get, they split a portion of that off and give it to people in the office who have brought in people to Keller Williams. So let's say I had brought in 2 people to Keller Williams and they each sold, you know, houses in the month before, and the profit was, you know, to the center was $10,000. The owners of the center would take a portion of their profit and reinvest it back to you. So in a way, it seems like easy money, you know, once you get somebody to bring in. So, but it's not something that I've been focused on for the last several years, but it's something that I'm going to be focused on, because I think that there's a lot of value in my business, in this business, working with this real estate company. And I think that it's important to bring in people that could use that value. Those are the reasons that I basically came to Keller Williams. So if you have any questions about Keller Williams, or you have any concern or anything that you want to ask me, feel free to send me a message or comment down below, and I will be sure to answer them the best I can. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.